All right, here we go. Big Daddy Shin Day 10/23, 1023 at the park. I guess I'll start doing like that 10/23. So, just like I put down those names, or the broke the four numbers in half, 10/23 instead of saying 1023. It's what I realize is breaking things up are so much more easier and beneficial than just trying to consume a whole thing. So like, okay, so I'm talking to these people, and then they're telling me like these their ID numbers and stuff, and then instead of saying like all right, 2348767, right? They'd break, okay, like 2356, 3829, or whatever, right? And it's easier to understand. I get it, right? But me being the macho guy, it's like, hey, just say the whole number. You just try to memorize the whole thing. And then but it's easier breaking it in parts. And then when you try to memorize the whole thing, then sometimes you get it, sometimes not. And then you got to go back, look up the stuff. And then anyway, same thing with like eating a whole pie, right? You're like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna go buy cheesecake. Right? I'm going to eat the whole thing. And then what happens is, after one piece, you don't want to eat anymore. But just because, like, in your mind, like, oh, I'm going to eat the whole thing. Right? I never did that, by the way. But the thing is, it's like, but you try sometimes. Or you buy a meal. Now, like, these days, meals are, like, super huge. Right? And then instead of sharing how you should be doing, it's you're like, just, oh, okay, I'm gonna get order my own bowl of noodles, my own thing, whatever. And then not only is it more expensive, but it's like some people, they just want to eat it all because they don't want to take it home. They spent their money on the stuff, and then they just bought just too much. So these days, I realize that one of my biggest problems was overeating, and even when I'm still not, I'm beyond full, right? But I'll still try to put it down, even though I'm not hungry. Or even when I'm not hungry, I'm going to go, you know what? Maybe I should be hungry and I eat. It's like there's all these different ways to do it. But like yesterday, I go hang out with my friend Nancy. We went to even with the prime rib with Jill. Okay, we went to Tam O'Shanter, right? I ordered a huge steak, or prime rib, and then I ate it like crazy, and I enjoyed it. Whereas I could have been okay with eating half of it and take half home. I took the rib home, and then it's still in my refrigerator, ready for me to fry it up and then eat rib, right? But so yesterday I actually went to Market Broiler, and then I ate with my friend Nancy from Disney, and we ordered salmon and shrimp skewer, right? And thing is, it sounds really delicious, sounds really healthy. Problem is, I shared some Korean barbecue with Harold during the day. So even though me and Harold didn't eat, okay, that was a lot of food, but it wasn't like the unlimited stuff like you normally see me do. But I really could have went without eating dinner, but I had to meet her for something, and then she always really nice to me. And you know what? Let me take you out to dinner for your birthday, right? So we went there, and then we ordered. I realized I wasn't that hungry, but then I ordered this food, and normally I'd be like, you know what? I'm gonna eat the shrimp. I'm gonna eat the salmon, and then that's all she wrote. But when I finished half of my salmon, I realized I just was not hungry. and I see all the stuff. They had the cheese potatoes, and I mean, I finished the clam chowder, but it's like, I'm like, I can't force myself, because I realize if I do it, I'm going to get food coma. I already know, right? And then also, it's like, I might as well save more of it now, so then when I eat it for leftovers, I'm not only going to have like leftover like 3 pieces of shrimp and like a little bit of the fish, right? So now, as a result, I have a whole skewer of shrimp and half of my salmon fillet, right? So I could eat that. Now, when I eat that, I could just eat either the shrimp or the salmon, but I'm breaking it down. So when I'm realizing this, it's like, okay, I heard the whole philosophies on you could eat all your calories in one sitting if you want. Some people say, you know what, you have to eat small meals all throughout the day, and then it adds up to your calorie count. And another person said, oh yeah, you just gotta, it's calories, doesn't matter how you get it, just as long as you get the calories in. Okay, so this one, even though I like that mentality of eating all your calories in one sitting and then the intermittent fasting for the rest of the day, but I'm realizing it is just hard to eat that many calories in one sitting. So that's why I just gotta break it up. Because not only it's, I just, the guilt stuff, it's just the thing where you break down just parts of your meal, and then, you're working fine. You feel fine, you feel fed, nourished, and a couple hours later, you eat again. A couple hours later, you eat again. That's how it should be. But I don't know. So that's why I'm starting to realize anything I do, I got to break it up into steps, right? I mean, I always do. Like on, learning a song, putting together a show, teaching a hard concept for, in my classes. You have to break it up into smaller sections so it's easier to absorb. And then you get the full maximum capacity out of it. So yeah, it goes up to like, my current students that give me like little information on the phone that I gotta enter in the computer. Yeah, it's that's this really small level of that kind of thinking. But as it gets bigger and bigger, like just concepts, losing weight, breaking it down. Now, this is different from breaking up your exercise all day. I don't think that works. I mean, it feels pretty good, but you want to get the constant flow of energy burning so, you could sweat and then, get healthier. But, doing 1 minute at a time, 60 times all day long is not the same as doing one 60-minute workout, So, all right. Oh, wow. So, yeah, talk about sometimes when dividing isn't the best thing. I just got off the phone with my mom, and, I try to save money by letting Priceline determine, like, okay, my mom has to go from here to here, and, you see all the prices. They go, oh, but if you're flexible, you could get it for like half price. Okay. So what happens? They divided her flight. So she's going to go here, and then she's going to go to San Francisco, which is not even on the way. Wait there for a couple hours, and then take her flight to the destination. So it's like, I don't know. I mean, it's not that bad. But thing is, it's my mom. I should just spent the extra, $100 or whatever it is. Just do it. So, yeah, lessons learned. Like for me, I have no problem, Like I'll take forever. It's like save whatever because I'm paying for it. But when you do with your loved ones, do the best possible way. My bad, Mom. I know you're watching it. There you go. Big Daddy Shin. Day 1023. 1023. 1023. These numbers are just getting too big. But it's awesome. That's fine. 1023. In the books. So yeah, just being able to break up things. Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's bad, but most of the time it's actually beneficial. So just say even breaking up my videos, right? I mean, if I did this, you get like an hour-long video, 45-minute long video, but no, you get to see my life in like, I don't know, 15 minutes, 10 minutes, whatever these videos end up turning to be. And yeah, you just get the gist of it. But sometimes you have to put in the time to get the full value of it. But when you break things up, it makes it easier to understand better. So breaking up my food, breaking up the, just the meals and stuff, and then breaking up my exercise times. But you don't want to do it too small, right? But I guess, I don't know. It's just basically, I'm just not going to, it just comes down to whatever tasks I do. I had to break it up smaller things so I could focus on like making each individual part better and then make it like complete, right? Same thing with breaking up meals. I don't need to eat the full meal. In fact, I could even order less and be cheaper, like save more money. Or when I get a meal, I could break it up in half. Just take half of it to go, straight up. And then just eat half while I'm over there. There's so many different ways to do it. So, that's just something to think about today. So anyways, Big Daddy Shin, day 1023. If I could exercise 1,023 days in a row, you can exercise 1,023 days in a row. If I could do it, you could do it. And I'm doing it. Breaking it up.